Hi guys, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be doing a playthrough of the Rise of the Red Skull campaign for Marvel Champions. There's going to be, I think, 5 parts to this. I think there's normally 5 in the expansions. I've not played through this yet, so I'm really excited to get started on it and show you how I play through. And both of these characters are new to me as well, so I'm going to stick with the base games, Spider-Woman and Hawkeye. And these two, as you can see on the screen, Spider-Woman's not got great stats and Hawkeye's got a 2 for attack, so they're a bit stronger on the attack. So they're quite interesting characters. They look really fun, but I've not actually played as them yet. There is a breakdown of them on the channel where I've gone through their cards and shown you what is involved when I did an unboxing for the video. But I haven't actually tried them out yet properly, so looking forward to seeing how they play and if they're as good as I think they look. So let's get this one to the video. So, start the first campaign. We're going to go through the Rise of the Red Skull book and just see what's in here. So, it tells us there's 5 scenarios, so there's going to be 5 videos coming. 2 new characters, different components. There's a few different keywords here that won't have been in the base game, but we're quite far into the cycle now, so these have already been before. Like in sight, if you get an X keyword is revealed, place X threat on the main scheme. Permanent means it can't leave. Piercing will go through tough cards. Ranged ignores retaliate. And setup is to do with setting up at the start of the game. A bit about the campaign mode rules. And then we need to know what we're doing for scenario 1. So in the picture over here we have Avengers. Come in. This is Nick Fury of S.H.I.E.L.D. at Avengers Tower. Then we have Nick's shield here on the screen. It says Protect Us Pegasus is under attack. An army of Hydra soldiers has laid siege to this facility, and they're asking him what is wrong, which we should have come before that. It says Crossbones is leading an assault. We need you there now. Captain America, tell your men to hold the line, Fury. The Avengers are on the way. So we're going to be fighting Crossbones in the first scenario, and he comes with his Crossbones deck 1, 2, or 2 and 3 if you want to do the expert mode. I'm going to stick with standard mode because that's the way we normally do it. And then we've got different things that go in the attack on Mount Athena and the Infinity Gem and the Getaway, and then all sorts of different encounter things that go in here as well, and some kind of a experimental weapons deck as well. So we need to set that up and then get this to the table. So let's get this to the gameplay. Hi guys, so we're taking on Crossbones standard. We're about to start. There's an experimental weapon deck here which you have to reveal 1 card off to start with. So he starts with a kind of extra boost on him and then go from there. This one says Energy Shield. It says attach to the villain. You have to attach into the villain. The villain gains Retaliate 1. You have to spend a science resource and an electric resource to discard this card. So every time you attack him, he'll hit you back for 1 damage. That's quite annoying. He's got 24 health. Clint starts on 9 and Jessica Drew starts on 11. So both get 6 cards each. So let's try and get through this. We've got Earth's Mightiest Hero, Cable Arrow to get rid of 3 threat. Power Leadership to give you double for leadership cards. Sonic Arrow for Hawkeye. Ready for Action, which is Jessica Drew. Give you an ally a tough status card. And then the Electric Arrow, which gives you Exhaust, Hawkeye's Bow, Stun, an enemy for 3 damage. So these are kind of the things we want to start with, I guess. The Electric, Stun maybe. We're going to start with 2 threat on this main scheme. It only has 6 on the first one. So we want to keep that low if we can. And then Jessica Drew starts with Press the Advantage, Venom Blast, Piercing Strike, Pheromones, and a double Genius. So that's 5 cards, 1 more. So we've got the skill Investigator, which does some good stuff as well. So the Pheromones would stun and confuse the enemy. Electric Arrow for Hawkeye would also stun. So we might not need to do both of these at once. Stunning and confusing for 2 is most probably better, but it also does 3 damage. So do we want to get rid of some of these? And I haven't got any allies yet, so I'm going to get rid of that. That could be good if we get a double. Removing 3 threat isn't too bad. Exhausting your character and getting them ready might be useful for getting the 2 bow shots done. Sonic Arrow will do 3 damage, which isn't a lot. The electric one's better for the stun, I guess, so I'll keep the electric one and get another 2 cards for my... I've got another Ready for Action. I don't have an ally. And another Earth's Mightiest Heroes, which lets you exhaust a card, so that's going to be spent, so is that. So I'm going to pay for the electric thing. I can keep that, and I can potentially spend it for the cable arrow if I want to get rid of the threat straight away. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to start with Clint as player 1. He's going to search his deck and discard pile for the Hawkeye bow, and then add it to his hand. So I need to try and find that guy, and then shuffle it. Oh, there it is. Shuffle the rest of his deck and stuff. You can only do once per phase, so once per attack and defending section of the round. But quite a good power to have if you don't want to go through all your cards and you want to reshuffle everything. So you shouldn't really ever run out with cards with him. This gives you extra 1 attack on any of your arrow attacks. So instead of doing 3 damage, you'll do 4. So I'm going to maybe do that straight away and then keep Jessica Drew's pheromones for next round potentially, so it can be stunned 2 rounds in a row. Oh, I'm wondering whether it's worth... Yeah, because then she can do more attacks this round and get this 0 cost card out maybe. So I'll do the electric arrow for 2 and pay for it with those 2. I'm going to keep my other things maybe, so that can pay for the electric arrow, and then that will need to be flipped. That will exhaust this. I can then not do the cable arrow because I've exhausted the bow, and you need the bow to be able to do it. So I'm getting 4 damage and stun onto the main enemy. So he is stunned. He's going to attack me back for 1 now because he's got that stupid retaliate thing. So maybe I can get rid of that now with some of these cards. I can actually. I can use the wild and the electric there before I do my attack to get rid of this into his discard. That'll save me from taking 1 damage. So that's all going to be needed in this battle, I think. Keep that card for next round. So he's taken 4 damage off. He's stunned him. And he's got rid of his experimental weapon, which is really good. So Jessica Drew, I'm going to try and keep that stun and confused for next round. I'm going to maybe spend... I can spend the double to do 3 damage, get piercing, no, or 5 damage. Yeah, so do the 5 damage, the Venom Blast, which is going to take him down to 15, which is nice to start with. And then we want to potentially do one of the others, 2 damage to an enemy if that enemy is stunned or confused, or a card, or... Yeah, so I'm going to play the upgrade, the 0 cost upgrade, which is... after a side scheme is defeated, you get to draw a card if you exhaust that. I'm going to spend the piercing sight, which is only does 3 damage, to get the 2 damage from this card, knocking him down to 13 in the first round, which is good so far. And I haven't even used my cards. So then I can flip Jessica Drew over to her side. I've spent an aggression, so she's got 2 attack, Clint's got 2 attack. So she's going to do 2, he's going to do 2. So we've knocked him down to 9 in the first round. Now that's a good start, especially against this guy who's really annoying. Now we've got 1 card already with her. We need to get some more cards for Jessica Drew. So we've got another skilled investigator card. We've got an inconspicuous, which removes 3 threat from a scheme. Spider-Man, who removes 3 threat when he joins the battle. And the Venom Blast again, that does 5 damage. So that's nice. We want to do that if we can. Try and get as much damage out as we can. And then with Hawkeye, we've also kept the card. We kept the cable arrow. I'm going to do ready for action, tough starts for Alice. You get the upgrade to the quiver, which lets you exhaust the top 5 cards of your deck for an arrow event and attach it face up to that card. Black Knight does some good damage and goes through toughness. And we've got an Sky Cycle card, which allows you to give your ally aerial and then ready them. But we haven't got any allies out yet, so if we've got Black Knight out, that may be a good card to have for attaching to him. Or we could upgrade our quiver, then try and look at the next cards and get out, which is most probably what I'm going to do. So I don't think I'll be able to get the Black Knight out. So I'm going to end up spending that. But again, here we're in, need to ready these cards. Get this deck here. Neither of these decks seem to have any backflip cards or anything like the Spider-Man deck does. So it looks like we've just got to defend or block or do what we can that way. So to start with, I'm going to defend with Hawkeye and I'm going to defend with Spider-Woman, so they're not getting attacked with that when it's going to attack. So it's not going to attack Hawkeye anyway, so he doesn't need to defend, he's fine. which is good. So she will potentially need to defend. He's going to get 2 on here, so knocking up to 4. Then he's going to attack, but he can't because he's stunned, so that goes away. Then he's going to attack Spider-Woman. Gets force response boost. If the card resolved during an undefended attack, discard the support you control. It's not undefended, it's defended. So he does 1 damage. She can take 1 damage, so she's fine. No damage taken. Then we get our boost cards. Treachery, discard an upgrade or support you control. If no cards are discarded, it gets Surge. So my only upgrade I've got is this. I have to do that, which means I have to discard this. Meaning now I don't have my bow, which has kind of messed my plans up a bit, but it could be worse. Then we've pulled out a side scheme. There's one revealed if Madam Hydra is not in place. There's the account deck and discard pile for her and put her into play, engage with you. So I need to find her because she's definitely not out and about. She's an annoying 6 damage minion. So that's possibly one of the worst cards I could have pulled out. But it's early doors, so hopefully we can deal with it. Oh, there she is, level 6. Then shuffling card deck and place 2 additional threat on that for each Hydra enemy in play. There's 2, the main guy Crossbones and then Madam Hydra. So that's 4 extra, so we're going to have 7 on this card. And this gives us extra encounter cards for an extra round. So 7. So we want to get rid of that. Counter cards in this level seem really difficult. So we really don't want to have to deal with that. And then we got our first player now to Spider-Woman. So I can do 5 damage to her and then potentially something else with the Venom Blast. Or I can try and get Peter Parker out to remove that threat as well. I haven't actually got enough cards to get Peter Parker out, so he's going to have to be spent to do the Venom Blast. Inconspicuous is good for getting rid of threat. I cannot do this stun on it. Annoying. So it's put my plans into a bit of disorder. So if I deal 5 damage and then also try and get the pheromones out, I can spend that. I need 1 more card to spend, so I have to spend one of his cards. I can't spend that. I need to use the bow, but I need to go and get the bow. I can't get the bow and then do the hero action in 1 turn. So that's going to be pretty much null and void for now. This could be done with being set up. That's not going to happen. Get rid of the Dark Knight. I'm not going to be able to get that ally out, unfortunately. So he's not going to be able to get out. What I can do is spend Peter Parker on these 3 cards to give myself stun and confuse the enemy. So I want to stun and confuse him so he can't scheme. I then want to do the Venom Blast attack for 5 damage onto Miss Hydra. Then she's only got 1 damage left on her. Then I need to... I don't need to heal, so I can attack with him and then flip to kill off Madam Hydra. She's just really annoying and does loads of damage. Then I can use his thing here to search for... I know where it is. Search for the bow, which I had to get rid of. It's now there and these get shuffled. I cannot use the attack. I do not have any allies out at the minute to sort the rest of this stuff. So this is out, but I can't use it because it's not on the hero side. So I don't have a ally, so I can't give an ally. Don't have an ally for that either, so I can pay for that with that. But I can't actually do it at the minute because I'm on the wrong side. So I can upgrade this to exhaust his quiver to allow me to search 5 decks from an arrow card and put it face up onto this card. I'll put that there, pay for it with that. I'm going to exhaust it to look through the next 5 cards and try to find a arrow. So, no, that's an upgrade, not an arrow. No. I've just gone through some really good cards as well, which is annoying. but that didn't help me at all. And attach it face up, but I can't because I didn't get one. Still got these two. Can't shoot it yet because I'm not on hero side. So I'll have to wait till next round for that. That's about all I can do. I'm going to end up with double encounter cards this round, which is not good. So I'm going to get schemed on for the main scheme, which is going to do this and fill. That's full. This will go to level 2. Says reveal the top card of the weapons experiment deck. Because inside the Project Pegasus facility, shield agents fight desperately to prevent Hydra from obtaining a reality stone stored within. So that's going to give me an extra card. Power Gauntlets. After the attached villain attacks and damages you, discard 1 card from your hand. So that's annoying. It starts with 2 threat on it. There we have the 2 threat. And then you also have got that to deal with now as well, which is awkward. And then we get to be attacked. So we haven't done our cards. I need 3 more cards for Clint. He's picked up the US Agent, the Sonic Arrow, and the Double Genius card, which is nice. And Spider-Woman needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. She's got Captain Marvel, combat training, give more attack, heal 3 damage, double energy, and her apartment cards. Let's just say it's the top 5 cards of your deck for an aspect card and add it to your hand. Then shuffle the deck. So that's quite good. I'm going to try and get that out, I think, and heal, and then see what else I can do. Not really going to be able to get Captain Marvel out, but she does get extra cards in as well, which is good. It might be worth trying to do all that, so helping Spider-Woman get stuff ready. Potentially the US Agent for him. But she's going to get attacked, so do I want to defend or not? No. I'm going to defend with her for Clint now because he's not on the right side to defend. So, and he's got less health. So she's going to get attacked first for 1 plus 3, which is 4. Nasty. Down to 7. But I've got the healing card, so it's not too bad. And then Clint is going to get attacked with her defending for 1. For 1 plus 3 again. Horrendously bad starts for those. So 6 he's down to because he's lost, instead of 4 he lost 3. Then we're on to Miss Marvel doing her stuff. So I need to heal with her and get her a tough status card, which is good, so that'll take her back to 10 for the double energy. She's up to 10. She's also now tough as old boots. And then I cannot afford to get Captain Marvel out. It's just not going to happen. Not this round anyway, so I'm going to do this cost to keep all the Captain Marvel in hand for now. Get the support for Jessica Drew's apartment. Search the top 5 cards on my deck for an aspect card and put it into my hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I shuffle the deck. So I can get Pheromones again, which does stun and confuse. Which I realise I've just messed up. So anyway, let's carry on. Stun and confuse. Then I've got Self-Propelled Glide to Ready Spider-Woman. Here's the double strength card, which is a basic non-aspect card, and an interrogation room card after you defeat a minion remove a threat, and the one that gives you extra thwart. So the best one's the Pheromones card, so I'm going to take that, put that in there. This round I'm going to remember to do stun and confusion. So that will, that should have gone over there anyway as well. So that's been done. We cannot do the Pheromones card or the Captain Marvel still because we haven't got enough cards. So that's going to have to wait. Clint needs to flip to hero side so he can do some stuff. We need to potentially spend science and an aggression card. could either clear as best as I can some of that thwart, but it's not going to get all of it gone. Or exhaust Hawkeye Spider, confuse an enemy. It's already confused. That's going to pay for that. That's going to... Do we get the agent out? Retaliate 1. Just do damage back. Hard to figure out what to do here. We need to try and get damage and kill this guy as quick as possible. Exhaust it through to remove threat. So I'm going to do the bow to get rid of the threat because I need it. I don't have any allies at the minute and I'm not going to be able to afford them yet. Let's pay them to do the bow. That'll take 3 icons off here, knocking it to 4. 1 there, make it 4. Let's see 3. There we go. Onto 4. I could spend the Sonic Arrow and the Genius to get the Walker Agent out, so I'm going to do that because it's good to have extra people out. That gives me not enough threat still to get rid of the thwart. It's a bit annoying. But I can, with Jessica Drew, spend her Wild and Aggression card to get rid of this card, which is annoying as hell. Then I can spend this to look through the top 5 cards for an arrow card. So, and then War Machine, no, Explosive Arrow, yeah, I can take that. And then that'll deal 3 damage to the villain and each minion engaged with someone, so that's handy. These all then get search the card. So that gets attached to that. And then these are done, I think, yeah. So we've got a good card there for doing damage. It's Clint's turn, he's going to be attacked but not get attacked, and she's got a tough card, so all good. And we got our 5 new cards as Black Knight, Earth Mightiest Heroes, Double Strength, Team Training, gives you extra hit points, and the Electronic Arrow that'll stun and do 3 damage. So we are definitely going to try and do some of that. And then Jessica Drew, keep messing that up. So these will all go back to standing. So Jessica Drew's got Double Strength, Self-Propelled Glide twice, clear the area, remove 2 threat from a scheme, and if you clear it you get a card, and the Skilled Investigator, which you're only allowed 1 per player. So she's potentially going to pay for some of his stuff, I think. Release Spider-Woman, so that's good. That's actually really nice. I only have 1 card to do, so I can defend with Clint so he doesn't get attacked. He won't get attacked anyway, it's fine. So we won't do the thwart because he's confused. He won't attack because he's stunned. He'll attack Spider-Woman for 1 + 3, so nothing because she's tough as nails. And then unfortunately we're both going to get double encounter cards. So get 1 minion with a quick strike, so that'll do 6, so it does 2 damage to Clint, annoyingly, knocking him to 4. Then he's got a Hydra Jet there, guy's worth 3 damage, and then I get 1 for Spider-Woman. Minion, which has to be attacked before you can attack the villain, and when it's gone you get another encounter card and another minion, a Hydra Flame Soldier. So he's worth 4 as well, so I need to kill these guys off and kill the main guy. So the main guy's on 9. Clint's just taking some damage, not doing great, and this main scheme needs to go so I can get rid of it, sort things out a bit more. Then we move to player to first, Jessica Jones being first player. So also choose apartment, says top 5 cards, deck an aspect card. So I can do this search for an aspect card, so I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you get to shuffle the deck, which is very good. So aspect cards, I've got a heal for 3, but only heals her. Aggression, that'll do 3 damage. Aggression, that'll do 2 damage for 1 cost. The Finesse card, which is really nice and generates a wild resource for any aspect card, or a double energy, which is not. I can't take the last 2 anyway. So I'm going to take one of these 3. Piercing Strike will do 3 damage, and it'll go through Toughness. Press the attack is 1 damage for 2, and she's on 4 health nearly, so she doesn't really need the healing. So I'll take that into my hand, giving me 6 cards. And I can help pay for Clint's stuff as well. If I want, then I'll shuffle these cards up. Just give them a bit of a shuffle together. Best thing about sleeve cards, the way they slide together. So I want to, I can't pull this out because I've already got one. So I might as well spend that to help Clint do what he's trying to do. Which can be an explosive arrow to start with. So deal 3 damage to the villain and the minion on this side. I'm going to get rid of the Hydrojet guy and this because they'll do 4 because it's with the Hawkeye quick bow. So I'm going to spend that over here to do the explosive arrow event, which will deal 3 damage to the villain and each minion engaged. If you do the bow, you get +1 attack to each of your arrow attacks, and again ranged and don't get retaliated on. So I can do 4 and 4, which means this guy has to go, and then 4 damage on the main guy. So he goes down to 5. Once that guy goes, you get an encounter card though for the player, the engaged player. So it's going over here. It's not a minion, but it's a level 2 one. So one real choose to either take 2 damage or put 1 threat on the main scheme. I'll put 1 threat on the main scheme because I've got a thing that gets rid of 3 threat, I think. Somewhere I did have. Maybe not anymore. Deal. So I can exhaust Hawkeye to ready his bow. Then I want to do his electric arrow because it'll stun the enemy and deal it 3 damage. So that's paying for the double aggression card. So that will be exhausted. He'll do 4 damage instead and stun him, so he's down to 1 health. So he's pretty low on health. Before I knock him out though, I'd like to try and get some of the other guys out of the game. So we get Black Knight into play and he does 2 damage, and he's got he gets toughness on his attacks. So I can try and get him into play. There's a card here. I've only got 2 cards there, so I have to play one of these. So I'll get rid of this card. If I pay, that'll do 2 damage to him. He's gone. If I can do 2 damage as well, with the press the advantage, I can get Spider-Woman up to do another 2 damage. So I can pay the double aggression to do the press the advantage and the self-propelled glide. That will attack for 2. No, okay. No, that's not going to work. I'll do that way on. Clear the area. I need to get rid of some of that threat as well. Can't do enough to get rid of all of that threat. There's the Hydrojet fellow, there's 3 damage there. So I'm going to attack for 1 with Spider-Woman. She'll knock 1 off this guy. I'm going to then pay for self-propelled glide and press the advantage, which with the double aggression, which will restand her, give her an aerial trait as well. Press the advantage does 2 damage. That will kill off this guy here. Then we have 1 card to clear the area, which will help me with some threat reduction, but I can't do it right now because I haven't got the cards to pay for it. I can do this card to exhaust the top 5 cards of my deck for an arrow event. so I can go to the arrow events. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Explosive arrow, vibranium arrow. Take whatever, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to spend it now to do this. So because I played just this card now to do 2 off this, that knocks it down to 2. That gives her +1 on thwart, attack and defense. So I can then use her to kill that off for no extra encounter cards anymore. And then because I've done a side scheme, I can exhaust that card to get 1 card, which I can't actually use at the minute because I haven't got anything else to play. It's double energy though, which is nice. These all get reset all the cards. That went quite nice. And then take 4 more for Spider-Woman, so she's got double energy, clear the area for taking 2 more threat off. Spider-Girl, which when you play, she stuns and confuses a minion. Might be nice. And an extra attack on your character, on the heroes, and an upgrade. This gives you an extra science resource for any aspect card you want to play. That's nice. Clint is actually going to have to flip over in this turn and do some healing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got the vibranium arrow, which does 6 damage from his bow. Got the team training card, which gives him an extra hit point maybe. Mockingbird is a good ally. Avengers Tower is good as well, and then the double energy. So it's quite a really good draw there. I could do with not exhausting him, so I can flip him over and heal himself next round, and then hopefully get back to doing some more damage. I'll do some damage, flip him over, heal him. So I want to block with Spider-Woman, but not herself, just on him, because she's got 10 health as it is, and he's stunned, so he's not going to attack Spider-Woman anyway. So he's going to do his 2 threat onto here. He's not going to attack Spider-Woman because he's stunned. Attacking Hawkeye being blocked by Spider-Woman, who's exhausted, for 1 + 1, which is 2. So she's only taking 1 damage. Down to 9. Nice. Happy with that. 1 encounter card for Spider-Woman, which is another Hydra Flame Soldier. So we've got 2 4s there. And then after it, makes an undefended attack against you to discard a support you control. So that's really annoying. He's going to attack me now. I should have attacked me then actually. So attack me then for 1. This is going to have to go. I'm going to also lose 1 health for that attack. And then my other encounter for this card is the Treachery. It says when revealed, give the villain a tough states card. If you cannot heal 3 damage, you can. So it's going to tough. I think I've got some stuff that goes to tough. Yeah, this vibranium arrow will smash through the toughness, so that's not a big deal. So let's try and get this out. Spider-Girl, I want to play her so I get tough and stunned and confused. So I want to play the vibranium arrow first, definitely. So that will do that and exhaust the bow, which will deal 6 damage to the enemy and go through and get rid of his toughness. So, oh, actually no, that's a waste. Wait. Only got 1 health right now. Let's set this up for when he flips over. I want to just do 1 damage with someone. Oh yeah, he's got Black Knight can do 2 damage and get rid of his toughness card, so I'll do that. Attack with him. That's not been done yet. So he will then die. Down to 0. Toughness card is gone. Level 2. Crossbones, it says, while Crossbones has a weapon attachment, his attacks gain piercing. Search the encounter deck and discard powerful Crossbones machine gun and attach it to Crossbones. Then shuffle the encounter deck. So I need to find his machine gun, because obviously he's not hard enough as it is, which I am actually finding it really difficult to beat him. It's not in the discard pile, so it's got to be in the deck. So Hydro Bomber, Energy Shield, no, Crossbones, Assault, Weapon Master. Nope, come on. Where's this machine gun? Hydrus, Uncertain Loyalties. Crossbones machine gun, there we go. This gives him nothing, and it's got ammo counters on it. It says, attach the Crossbones and uses 2 ammo counters. When Crossbones attacks, you remove an ammo counter from the card and discard the top card of the encounter deck. Take indirect damage equal to the number of boost icons. So he's getting extra boost icons kind of that then spreads across the team, because his machine gun's spraying across. So that needs 2 counters on it. He's going to start on 28 damage, so we do not want that really. These 2 Hydra guys need to die. I could do with overkill really to try and kill them and then do damage to him, but it's not what I've got at the minute. So like I was doing before, the Vibranium Arrow, which will do 6 damage, might be a good thing to do first. And then that will get rid of this. It will also do 7 because the extra 1 from the bow, so 21. Would have pierced, but it hasn't got any toughness on him. Then, if I can, I want to try and kill off these flame soldiers, or at least one of them. So, what I'm going to try and do is get Spider-Girl into the play with Spider-Woman. That will give me stun and confuse onto the main enemy. Stunned and confused over here. That means he can't attack, at least the first bit anyway. Oh, that should have moved as well to Clint. Clint is then going to flip over because he's desperate for some health. He is going to heal for 3, down to up to 7, from 4 to 7, and the wrong way. So that's back to a nice, alright-ish amount of health for him. I can search the quiver for top 5 cards of the deck. And then 3, 4, 5, then 2 left. So I've got an electric arrow there, or a sonic arrow. I like the electric arrow, it's nice. So sonic arrow it is, electric arrow even. These will go into discard, and then I can spend on a special thing here, I can spend the resource of my type to search for the bow and then shuffle the deck, so I'm avoiding picking up stuff. I have to get rid of a card to do it and get rid of that. So I don't need to search for the Hawkeye bow, but I can reshuffle my deck so that I don't pick up any extra rubbish soon. I need to keep an eye on that encounter deck in the middle as well really, and get rid of the threat on there, but I also need to get rid of those 2 Hydra minions, so it's a bit of a tactical quandary at the minute of what to do. I can remove 2 threat from that scheme in the middle. He won't scheme straight off as well this round, and then I've got other stuff to maybe get Mockingbird into play. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll spend the 1 card to get the clear up on the cards, get 2 off here, knocking it to 3. Then I'll spend 1 of Wonder Spider-Woman's cards and 2 of Clint's cards, even though that electric's got stun on it, which is really good. I want to get Mockingbird into play because she's really cool as well. And when I get attacked with her, I can block it and then spend a card to get her back. So I'm going to spend 2 on attacking. I feel like I should attack these flame soldiers because they're going to start battering Spider-Woman soon. So for now, maybe it's best to kill one of those off as much as I can. And then we're kind of resetting then for next round. So we've got Black Knight and Mockingbird now for over here. We haven't taken the sequential damage, so they should have had 1 each. So then he's getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards for Clint. He's on the scheme inside, so he's got the Cable Arrow, which takes 3 threat. He's got Earth's Mightiest Heroes, which exhausts 1 of the characters to get another one ready. It says exhaust an Avenger character, so I can exhaust one of these allies as well. Got Explosive Arrow, Sonic Arrow, and Double Genius. So good cards for Clint. And then Spider-Woman's got Spider-Man that can remove 3 threat, the Interrogation Room, Pheromones for Stun and Confuse, heal for 3 and get a tough card, and the Venom Blast. Again, good cards for her as well. So we're going to be doing, don't need to do any defending because we're not getting attacked fully apart from these 2 flame soldiers that are going to do 2 damage, but he's not going to get any scheme because they're confused. He's not going to get, oh, well, he's not going to attack, is he? But he's going to scheme now, so he's got 2 scheme plus 1 to 3, so we're going up to 6 over here. Can only take 12. He's also going to scheme against her, so it's 2 plus 1, which is 3, taking us up to 9. These won't attack because he's in scheme mode, so they're going to scheme for another 2. That takes us up to 11. So we don't really want one more on there because that'll take us over. And then our encounter cards each, we've got 1 for here. Oh, Madam Hydra again. She is annoying. Madam Hydra cannot take damage while the legions of Hydra's side schemes in play. So she's not there, but and then we've got Obligation over here. This has come out for our lucky Spider-Woman. Can flip to alter ego form if they want. Either exhaust Jessica Drew to remove uncertain loyalties from the game, or place 3 threat on the main scheme. 9. So I need to take that out of the game by flipping and exhausting to Jessica Drew's side. Then this is first player token over here. One here actually is to look at the top card of any deck, and you can limit that to once per round. So could look at the top card now for this. See whether it's a side scheme which gives 3 boosts. So we do not want that. That's going to be nasty on whoever gets it, really. So it's good to know that we've got an extra 3 boosts coming out next. We want to do. So the camera's gone a bit funny and just cut out some of the video, but basically what's happened is we're at the end. He's got 3 attachments that are really going to do some serious damage. He's down to 14 health though. There is still 1 minion there that needs 1 health to die, but I'm going to focus on trying to kill him off. Not exactly sure where it cut out, but there wasn't a lot between the cards we've got now and what was on the picture, so I think it's only lost a minute or 2. So hopefully this will be okay and make sense. So we're down to Spider-Woman's first turn to go, but I'm going to get Clint to go first so I can try and get some damage done as much as I can here to start with. I've got the Vibranium arrow that does 6 damage and piercing, so I'm going to do that by spending. I'm going to spend there to do it. I think Mockingbird has had her time in the sun maybe, but she's done enough damage and really been useful. I'm going to spend those 2 cards to do the Vibranium arrow, which will give us 7 damage and piercing. So he's down to 7. Down to 7. Then we've got the Black Knight who can do stuff as well potentially. Stun him. If I can get stun on him anyhow, haven't got the stun card over here. I could have got 5 damage on him from Hawkeye, but I don't think it matters too much. I can try and do this to get 3 damage, stun him and 3 damage, so I'll use Hawkeye's ability to exhaust this to restand the bow, so I didn't have to exhaust the bow. Then I need to spend the actually I'll do this explosive arrow there. I'll spend the cable arrow to do this explosive arrow, which does 3 damage to each minion and the enemy. So this minion's dead. The enemy will take 4 damage because of the bow being used. So he's down to 3 health. And we've got 1 card here I could use potentially to help. If I spend that electric arrow to do 2 damage with Jessica Drew, that's an aggression card, it's giving her extra attacks. So that's 2 damage, knocking him to 1. And then we can, if we really want to do a bit of extra stuff, we can pay 2 cards to give her an upgrade of +1 attack, giving her 3 attack. She only needs 1 attack with Spider-Woman. Game over, we've won. So that is the level complete. Apologies for the video cut, I don't know what's happened there, but hopefully I didn't miss too much out. So good news, we defeated the Crossbones level. It says victory, record the number of delay counters on the main scheme in the campaign log. So we need to record that in the log here, and it also says each player may choose one of the basic condition upgrades in the campaign set, attach it to their identity, and then add it to their deck in the campaign log. So we need to fill them in, and with the expert you put your hit points left and stuff as well and carry on that way. So from the upgrades deck there's quite a lot of actual upgrades. Let me grab them. No, that's patrols. Let's see what we've got in the basic upgrades we can take. So from what I see, Clint, if there's any health, could do with some health. This upgrade, discard and remove it from the campaign log. Ready your hero and heal 5 damage. So that might be good for Clint. Discard and remove it from the campaign to draw 5 cards. At setup, discard and remove it from the campaign log. Search your deck and discard 5 for an ally and put it into play. Give it a tough status card. It's quite good, but maybe not yet. Setup, discard and remove it from the campaign log. Deal 5 damage to the villain and each enemy engaged with you. That sounds quite good. Permanent, you get +2 hit points, and your hero gets +1 thwart, so that might be good for Clint actually. Get the extra hit points, so I'm definitely taking that for him. Permanent setup, we get +1 hit points and +1 attack. Get +3 hit points and +1 defense, so I think that's good for Spider-Woman. Permanent setup, you get +4 hit points, +1 recovery. Oh, don't know, +4 hit points is good. That might be better for Clint. +1 recovery. Oh, +3 and 1 defense. Yeah, he's going to have that. And I might give Spider-Woman one of the other cards. +1 hit point, +1 attack. That sounds good. She's got quite good health anyway, so I'm going to do that for her. So get an extra health for them both. And extra hit points is always good. So I'm going to write that in. We've taken the so for Spider-Woman, she's got +1 HP, and +1 on her attack. And then he's got +3 HP and +1 defense. That's good. And then we need to fill in the rest. Remaining obligations. I'm not really sure what the delay counters are, so I'm going to read through that and try and figure that out now. When you put an environment card into play at the beginning of the match, now. Don't really say. So try and figure out what that is and write it in. So it's a good start overall, apart from the stupid video cut that happened. If you like this video, please leave a like, and I'll get on to the next campaign and then read through. Oh, actually, I need to read through this now, don't I? Scenario 2 will be next. We're on to this page for that's why I'm on the wrong page. Each hero still gets a tech upgrade, which is what I've taken, I think. And then we can go from there. They're the wrong upgrades. Looking at them. Basic defense. Let's see what they're called. That's condition. It's tech are the first few. I'm going to have to reshoot this whole. So we won. We get to choose a tech upgrade from the pile. There is a discard this card to remove it to heal 5 damage. There's a discard this card and remove it from the campaign log to draw 5 cards. At setup, you can discard this card to put a ally into play. And there's only 4. So discard this card to remove it from the campaign and deal 5 damage to the villain and each enemy engaged with you. So I'm thinking that can be good for Spider-Woman, and having the ally in play to help Clint with his health might be good as well. So I'm going to take those two and then write them into the book. So these are the tech upgrades, and then this is what we'll be using next time. See you on the next one. If you like this video, please hit a like and leave a comment if you got any questions, and then also subscribe to the channel if you can. It would really help us out. Thanks for watching the video. See you on the next one.